All right. Welcome back to another episode of Standing on Sports. How are y'all boys doing?
Doing good.
Doing
Doing
good.
good.
I don't know about you. I'm hyped after that South Carolina win. We beat them big time.
We
Big
did.
time. All right. So getting into today's episode, we're splitting it up now where we're doing we're doing one college podcast, one NFL podcast because we just got so much to talk about. So today, college, we're talking about the week 2 rankings, week 2 recap, and then games to watch going into week 3. So yeah, let's kick it off. What were y'all's initial thoughts? Any games you want to point out from the beginning?
Matt, let's start with South Carolina, Kentucky. I don't know. I just
Okay.
feel like we have to.
Yeah.
It just what a game,
No, what a game. I mean, we wrote them off. I mean, last episode we wrote them off.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Beamer even said they wrote them off. They wrote them off, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I did pick them. Y'all didn't. Y'all picked Kentucky.
Yeah,
Okay,
crazy
well,
that you picked them.
Yeah.
What do you
Crazy.
mean it's crazy? It's
The
Colby
fans picked them too. I had a couple of fans of the pod talking to me, giving me crap for being worse than the fans right
That's
now.
completely fair.
Yeah.
I'm on their side. I mean, Lenore Sellers. I'm never gonna doubt him again.
Dylan Stewart is the
Dylan
truth.
I
Stewart's
feel like you
insane.
shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't doubt the defense.
The
The
offense
offense
is
offense
insane.
is still it's getting
but,
better, but
we looked good. I mean, I'm still the one thing with South Carolina that I don't love, and I guess I looked up a little more into it. I feel like we just don't use Nick Harbor.
yeah.
He has the ability to be so great, but I guess I learned more that in high school he was more of an edge rusher than an actual wide receiver. He actually on offense was more of a tight end. So I'm guessing that conversion from D line to wide receiver full time is taking a while. But if he can I mean you can see how he is in the college football 25. He's insane. If they can recreate that somehow, because that's the one thing. I feel like our defense obviously is way better than last year, but our offense, we need a number one wide receiver, and we just don't have that right now.
I feel like it's easier in college to just put a player on the field and let him do whatever. So I don't know why Harbor hasn't played yet, or has played but hasn't done anything. You
I
could
agree.
run jet sweeps and he could outrun half the SEC.
100%. That's I mean, we play Akron in 2 weeks, and I mean we always play to the level of our opponent a lot of the time. But if that's actually we do well, hopefully they put them in for second half when we're up. Hopefully, knock on wood and all that. But I mean, just to see what he can do, because I feel like we just don't know. We haven't seen it, but I feel like he has a lot of potential.
Okay.
Anything else? Oh,
I'm gonna wait. So does he actually not have a reception yet this season?
He does not.
Jeez.
Oh, he actually doesn't. Dang.
I was just looking at that. I'm like, wait. I was looking for his name and I couldn't find him. I was like, that's actually ridiculous that Nick Harbor does not have a reception yet.
I think he
Yeah,
has
really?
2 targets,
Yeah,
and they revoked this not even close to a catch.
no, it's insane. Yeah. I mean, a little other thing to talk about is Raheem Sanders. Just his yards per carry honestly is not that high,
Mm-hmm.
but he fights for every single yard.
He's a workhorse.
That's sort of being at that ODU game and watching him run
Mhm.
in person was ridiculous. He just, I don't know, running people over or fighting through contact. It took 2 people to tackle him almost every time. It was pretty crazy.
He honestly kind of reminds me a little bit of Isaiah Pacheco. He literally runs he's on fire. He just runs like a madman.
Yeah.
But no, I like what we're doing. College Game Day's coming for the LSU. Matt, you gonna be there?
That's the plan as of right now.
Guys,
We'll see how early.
He's got to hold up a
Like,
sign that has our podcast on it.
Oh, I'm
Sure.
considering. Trust me. Trust.
No,
Mm.
you'll have to put "powered by StreamYard" in the top right of the sign. No, but no, that's a good idea. Because honestly, they turn the camera around on TV to the fans all the time. It's probably gonna be on TV. Probably oh, what's Standing on Sport? Probably
As
not,
of
but
right
you
now,
never
if you ask me today, I'm getting there around 4 a.m. I think
Holy
to try and get in line.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay,
If
I was gonna
you-
get there at 8 a.m. But
If you ask me today,
Wait,
that might change.
Or
fair,
when does
fair.
when does the actual TV
9.
That's at 9.
9? Okay.
Yeah. And
It's like 9 to 11.
line, or they start letting people in at 6.
So
Damn.
the first 600 students get like a bunch of free
Of T-shirt
stuff or
and
something.
breakfast. I want to be one of those first 600.
Dude, I
If
would
I'm
too.
going, that's what I'm doing.
If I'm gonna bring my Carolina card. See what happens.
They won't check it. I can guarantee. If you
Oh, yeah,
like
probably
show
not.
them your card, they
or if they scan it, it doesn't work. They'll probably just be like, all right, whatever. But let me share my screen so I can show the rankings.
Yeah, let's see. We'll bring these up. I got my point I want to make right away. You know.
I know what
Okay,
your
let's do
point
it.
is.
Yeah, like I mean, like anything else I got to say about South Carolina besides we got a big matchup. Who y'all picking? South Carolina or
Oh,
LSU?
are we gonna already talk about week 3? Oh, I thought I can give that more now. Say that for later. I can give that
Okay,
more
okay,
discussion.
Yeah.
okay. Fair. I like
I
that.
got some words to say.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt, I
Okay.
know what you want to say, so go and say it.
Texas on the rise, baby. Like
Yeah, one-
I don't know.
one
They
point.
made Michigan look like not a real team.
They're not. Their offense is garbage.
Like
Yeah.
hey, I mean maybe just maybe JJ McCarthy was better than everyone thought.
I'll go ahead and say it right now. I gave him a lot of flack, but he might have actually been decent.
No,
Yeah,
I mean
just-
Texas looked great. Hey, if we're gonna get right into it too, I mean Quinn Ewers is my dog of the week. There really weren't any big games.
Well,
you know,
one
he
became
showed
a
up.
big game.
Yeah. He had 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. I mean, it looked like they weren't playing a top 10 team, but I think that's more to do with like Michigan not being good. But I
I don't
feel
know.
like
Michigan's
last year,
defense, they still have really good players on defense.
that's
Like,
true.
there's
They have
no
like
reason their
2
defense
possibly
should be
like
bad.
top 20 picks in their draft.
Yeah.
That cornerback and that D lineman, I can't think of their name. Will Johnson, I think, is the cornerback. But yeah, because I mean, last year I feel like he had like a lot of games where he kind of was a hit or miss. Like he played really like they beat Alabama week 2 in Bryant Denny Stadium, and he did well. And then like the next week he wouldn't play well. But I feel like this year he's like starting off strong. If he continues that, Matt, you're right. I mean, that's a good. That was a good early Heisman pick. So I'm right now. I'd say he's the favorite.
Oh yeah, I mean,
We'll get more into that too. Like I guess we could talk about as like the games come up if y'all's dogs of the week pop up or any other Heisman hopefuls y'all have.
yeah.
What
I
other
just want
games
to
y'all-
say the shout out to the transfer wide receivers for Texas. Like people were like doubting on them. When you have 3 wide receivers drafted, or I think, or you lose 2 wide receivers, I can't remember, 2 or 3. Like you lose that many receivers, like you're like supposed to struggle the next year.
Mhm.
But I mean, Isaiah Bond and crew have come in, and you know they've really picked it up,
Dogs.
and they've given Quinn Ewers like good targets to throw at. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it too, like they lost their starting running back, their tight end, and their 2 top wide receivers to the draft.
They lost
And
their
like
3 starting receivers.
Yeah.
Or
It's 3?
top-
Okay.
Yeah, the last
Wow.
one went undrafted, but
And they coming out like this.
Yeah.
That's impressive. They get a little break next week playing against UTSA.
oh no, I don't know, upset watch right there.
I don't know about that.
yeah.
I don't know about that. But yeah. Sean, what game you wanna do? What game catches your eye?
We said it last week. And we'll say it again. Notre Dame does not have an offense.
No.
And apparently they don't have a defense that can stop Northern Illinois.
Shout out the MAC.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
actually.
Mac Nation.
Let's
Oh,
go.
I'm so
Mac
hyped for
Nation.
when their like Tuesday football games start again.
Dang. No, like, and like I don't know if y'all saw like the interview after the game. Like the coach was like in tears. Like it was just so nice. I mean, like I feel like are there really any Notre Dame fans out there? Like, do they exist? Like, I don't know. I feel like I've never met a Notre Dame fan.
I have not.
See, like I don't think it's real. So you got to root for Northern Illinois. You can't. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know anyone's rooting for Notre Dame, but
Okay,
and now they make an appearance in the top 25. Like,
That,
I was gonna
okay,
say-
that's crazy though.
I was gonna say, is Northern Illinois actually real, or did they just have a good week? Like I'm not thinking. I don't know.
they're,
Are they?
they're 2-0, man. Nah, I don't know. I don't think they're real, but I mean, wait, if they win the MAC, they have the opportunity to get in the playoff now. I mean, I don't think they'll do anything, but who knows? So that's the thing that's kind of like cool to watch out for now too. Is like what are teams that do well in other conferences. I mean, another team, Boise State, that game against Oregon like came down like
Dude,
it was a close game.
their running back.
Jaunty, is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
He's a
monster.
there's no way he's not a first round draft pick.
Oh, 100%. He could be like a top 10 pick. I've seen mock drafts and he's like the 10th
Yeah.
pick. I mean, I don't know if like I wouldn't be taking a running back.
Well,
then,
yeah,
but,
running backs die by like 28. So
yeah, but I mean, he did against Oregon's defense. I mean, they're supposed to be.
they should be the group of 5 representative.
Well, I mean, when you have a running back
happens.
that's averaging 7.7 yards a carry over an entire game, and I think he's averaging like 10 yards a carry on the season, like that's ridiculous.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time he
I can
touches
do
the
that.
ball.
I can do that.
I mean, is that sustainable for a full season? We'll see, but like
I
as of
think
right
so.
now,
Their
He
opponents
did it
only
against
get
Oregon.
worse.
He
Yeah,
did it
their
against
opponents
Oregon.
only
Like,
get
that's
worse.
true. But I mean, like like you put like, I mean that's got to take a toll on the dude.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But he's in the Heisman watch too. If he keeps that going, I mean, last year was it last year? No, I mean like some years like there's like it's a weaker QB. I mean, I think Quinn Ewers has separated himself a little bit when it comes to quarterbacks somewhat, but I mean if it's like a weaker year for quarterback stats, it could be Gianti. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I have him as my number 1 Heisman pick right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I've got
go.
Janty at 2, and I've got Quinn Ewers at 1.
I have yours at like the free spot, but I think he should be 2.
So who's the player that y'all are like hovering around? I think
Yeah,
I know because it's probably the same one I think.
Who do you have it to?
I had Cam Ward.
I have
Oh,
Cam Ward too.
Yeah, Cam Ward. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I got Cam Ward at 3, Jaunty at 2, and Quinn Ewers at 1. But I'm also riding my Quinn Ewers train for the beginning of the season. So
No, that's fair.
Well,
I mean,
he hasn't gone wrong yet. So
yep.
Those are definitely the top 3 though.
Mhm.
Shadur's out. Shadur's gone. He won't win it anymore.
You said who's out?
Shadur won't win it.
Oh yeah, Shador won't win it. I think they want a team that's like gonna make the playoffs.
You have to be like statistically have to be like a 10-win team.
Yeah.
They never take anyone lower than that.
Carson Beck, Georgia's gonna be good, but like I honestly don't think it's really because of.
He'll be a finalist anyways.
He definitely will be, but I don't think he'll. I mean, who knows how the season goes? But as of right now, he's definitely not the favorite. Ain't no way. All right, one game. I don't want to talk about him too much because I don't like him, but I will say Clemson had a nice bounce back win over App State. Honestly, I thought that was going to be a little bit closer. I thought App State every year is usually like a good team, but it was. I checked the score and like it wasn't even halftime, and it was 42-0.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about Clemson. I didn't watch the game.
When's their next big game?
You know what? Let's just click on it and see.
You get an ad.
Yeah, really. Here we go. NC State next week. Actually,
I don't know. I don't even know that's well, the loser of that is
they don't play anyone. They played Louisville for the rest of the season.
Welcome to the ACC.
That's crazy.
To the ACC. Yeah,
welcome
really.
To the
And that's how they're gonna like make today's ACC championship because there's just no one to play.
I think they'll lose.
Do they even play Miami? No, they don't even play Miami. That's crazy.
Florida State. Maybe Florida State gets something.
No,
eventually.
no.
But
Florida State.
Florida State had a. Obviously, I haven't heard anything about them. They had a bye this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Syracuse actually. Y'all want to talk about that game, Georgia Tech, Syracuse?
Oh, that's actually my number 5 Heisman spot right now.
Mr. McCord.
Kyle Revenge Arc McCord.
Revenge Arc McCord. Okay.
Bro, he had a crazy game.
Dude, through 2 games, he has like 780 yards passing.
Yeah.
And like 7 touchdowns.
I mean, Sean, that was your dog of the week, right?
That is.
That's his dog of the week.
I mean,
that's my dog. Sean's dog of the week is probably the hardest one to get. Mr. Hater over there, but
true. I feel honored getting my.
It's an honor. Yeah, I mean, Kyle should be honored. He should. I'm sure he's gonna message you after this podcast.
Yeah, he's gonna like see the post and be like, "Wow, thank you," and then he's gonna fly me out.
Oh yeah,
there
definitely.
You go. Out to Syracuse.
Yeah.
So no, but I mean, all of us picked Georgia Tech, even the fans.
Yep.
That might
the fans are wrong. God, yeah.
Thankfully, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, wait, do they have the best record out of all of us?
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That's actually hilarious.
I'm hoping no one
Um,
notices it when we do like this week's post. Like,
Oh, Haley and Dawson already know. I can tell you
oh,
that. Just
that's
not to
good.
name names, but
Okay.
Dang, we might need to stop this podcast. I'm just kidding now.
Nah.
We never said we're experts. We just like talking. But
My one thing
Yeah, no,
with the Georgia Tech game, Haynes King was the leading rusher. That's a problem. If Jamal Haynes just did not show up for this game, I think he was averaging like less than 2 yards. I don't know. I can go look that up quick, but it was like it's under 3 yards a carry, I believe, and that's a very big problem. He was a huge part of their offense for the first, like against Florida State and against whoever the other team they played was. I'm blanking. It's just like that's a huge part of their offense, and like him not being able to like do that and like be that like impact factor when they need him, like they're gonna lose games like this every time because they're built to win. I think like in the trenches running, and if they can't run, they're not gonna win.
yeah. They may have also just gotten like 2-0 over their head. I mean, starting off 2-0, Florida State, they had a lot of hype, like you said. Syracuse didn't have a lot of hype, but they started off the year strong. Kyle McCord, Sean, I think you mentioned this last episode. Like, I mean, he played at Ohio State. You know, like he's a good quarterback. So I don't know. Syracuse is a team to watch. 2-0. They'll advance to the ACC. Sadly, I mean, they don't play Clemson because that would have been a good game, but we'll see what happens. Another game I wanted to touch on too. I actually watched this game. I thought it was gonna be a good game. We had this one our fan vote thing, but Nebraska, Colorado.
Who picked
Dude,
Nebraska? Who picked Nebraska?
I didn't believe. I didn't believe.
Me.
You know, I wish I picked Nebraska.
It was not perfect timing.
Remind me to like never pick a team with that bad of an O line again. That was terrible.
Their O line is actually
like I actually
insane.
like I'm surprised it's like Shador like left the game like very late in the end because he like possibly like an injury. Like I don't know how he hasn't gotten injured.
Yeah,
like he's running for his life like every. I don't know if I've ever seen an offensive line that bad. I thought USC's was bad.
The Giants' offensive line. Yeah, I can.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We'll get to that soon. Trust me. But
God, the NFL segment is gonna be.
I can't wait. Anyway, back
I'm
to
probably gonna leave the call during that. But dude, yeah, I know that game. I mean, Nebraska looks good.
Yeah,
but but it's also like it's Colorado. I mean, they barely beat North Dakota State, FCS team. I just don't think their offensive line is sustainable. And we were actually texting about it. I think Matt, I think you said it or one of the two of y'all said it with how like Colorado can only get like star players, like players that like the stand up positions, QB, wide receiver, their defensive backs, but like. I don't know. Do they get offensive linemen? Like, is that something that they have?
They had. I saw like a graphic on Saturday, and like they had like a 5-star recruit. They had like decently good guys transfer, but I feel like what you're missing, and you see a lot in like the Big Ten. The Big Ten football have like beefy dudes that grew up on the farm. They be chucking corn and all that, and Colorado don't have that.
Nebraska has it.
Nebraska has it. You want to watch some beefy dudes? Let's watch Minnesota and Wisconsin play. All right, those guys get to the NFL.
You're not wrong. Also, I feel like out of any other position, like offensive and defensive line, like I feel like that position can take longer to develop than because I mean like you're in the trenches all day every day, going from high school to playing with better people, like. Even going to the NFL, like I feel like it always like there's never you never hear of like an offensive lineman that's like a plug and play. I feel like so, and like you said, if they just got a 5-star, that's got to be pretty recent because they only got Dion a year ago. So I don't know. That game was it wasn't a game. Dylan Raiola looks really good. I think he could be a Heisman contender and like not in years in the future because I mean he's only a freshman, but he looks really good.
He'll be a top 5 draft pick in years to come. Of course, it'll be after the Giants draft a quarterback, but and after the Panthers draft a quarterback as well.
Yeah, oh my gosh, dude. That's painful. But man, yeah, that was bad. Colorado. I was thinking who's another young like him, DJ Lagway. We can talk about Florida. I don't remember who they played, but DJ Lagway, his first start. I mean, they didn't play anybody good, but I thought it was impressive. I think he's going to be the starter from here on out, even when Mertz comes back.
I hope so.
Mhm.
It'll make it look. I don't know. It's way more fun, and he looks way better. Mertz is just mid Mertz.
Mid.
At
I was about
best.
to say that mid Mertz. I think the only other game that is worth highlighting in my
We
opinion.
don't even need to talk about it.
What Tennessee?
That was not a
State.
football game.
Yeah, I will say like I stopped watching like towards the end of the first half. It was a game in the first half, and then I woke up and the score was 51-10.
Dude,
Yeah.
That was,
NC State does not look good this year.
yeah, no, they
Oh.
No.
Sean,
I
did you
got-
pick NC State?
No,
I think
picked
we all picked Tennessee. I think we all picked
Yeah.
Tennessee. Oh yeah,
But
what were you saying about Nico's like that? It's gonna be in like
His
2 years from
okay,
now.
pull
It's gonna
up
be
his-
it's gonna be Nico and Dylan Raiola.
dude.
top
If
two
you pull
QBs.
up his stat line, he didn't do anything crazy.
But
I'm
I mean,
not like
what his name's
I'm not like dissing him. I'm just saying like statistically, he had 211 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
yeah, it's not that good. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He looks like an NFL quarterback. I
He
can
looks
see him
like
in a
one
Panther
hit
jersey.
from like Max Crosby or that, and he's just dead. He has no size on him.
That's wild. Giannis didn't either, but look at him now.
Bryce Young didn't
Anyways.
either. Look at him now.
Well, wait, he still doesn't though. That's there's
I
no.
know.
No.
Yeah, nice joke. Anyways, that's really all I got of games that happened. I feel like. Oh wait, you go.
I have a
but
couple
I
quick
feel like
mentions. Penn
Yeah.
State looks shaky against Bowling Green. I don't know
Mm.
what the heck was up with that.
Very true.
I'll just rattle these off. Oklahoma State are fighters. We learned that this week.
Dude, Arkansas, holy cow. You are up by 17 and you don't okay. I don't know. It was bad.
Yeah, that was really bad.
I never stop believing OSU. 100% stop.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I
You didn't
picked
even watch
OSU
the
and
game. You didn't even watch the game.
I picked them, and I wanted Arkansas. I wanted them to lose. Like after that performance, I was like, they don't deserve to win this game. But at the same time, Arkansas didn't deserve to win that. After
They
giving
both
that up.
look I wish someone else
If I could
just,
give like 2
won the
L's, I
game.
would have done that.
Yeah.
Or if they could. But you know, those are 2 good mentions. Any other games?
And my last one is a more general one. The hot wide receivers from week 1 cooled down. Luther Burden and McMillan on Arizona. They both cooled down this week. McMillan had like under 30 yards, I think. And, it was something super small. And just they like both had really hot week 1 performances. And I was like thinking a wide receiver might be Heisman this year, but they both slowed down a lot week 2. And I don't know if that's like telling for the future or what's going on with that. But I thought it was really interesting to see that like very, very big contrast between week 1 and 2 there.
Those are good points. I feel like overall this week was like there weren't that many good games. I think next week there should be some better games, but I mean, not really considering College Game Day is coming to Columbia. But
That's a crazy statement.
But before we like head off to like week 3 officially, I wanted to talk about these rankings because I mean, I like them overall. I think it's crazy. I like it because you know SEC, but there's 6 SEC teams in the top 7. Like, that is crazy. Like 7 up, Ohio State in there. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
I think I don't understand how Oregon fell below Penn State.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you wanted to, both of them should have dropped, and Miami through Utah would have went up.
Nah, really? Even Utah? Well,
Okay,
I
guess also a good note. Utah, Cam Rising went out, and they did not score after.
Yeah.
So if he's injured, they're done.
Dunzo.
Yep.
I agree with that. Honestly, like I do agree with the top 7. I think those are the 7 best teams. I mean, Missouri hasn't even allowed a point yet. I mean, they haven't played anybody good. But I mean, okay, yeah, but like look at teams that are playing nobody. And I mean, Penn State playing Bowling Green and
I don't like Penn State.
I never said you did, but But I do think Miami has no reason to be behind Oregon and Penn State. Honestly, I think USC too, the California one.
Yeah.
They should be. I think those two should swap with Penn State and Oregon. I mean, they've actually looked really impressive in every game. Oregon's been struggling. Penn State was struggling against Bowling Green. Nothing
I'm
like
a-
major change, but I do think both those teams are better.
I
Yeah.
feel like after 11, the rest of the teams are just like they're just there.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I mean, that's how it's going to be, right? I mean, it's going to be the top 11 plus some random MAC team, random
I mean,
Boise
yeah,
State,
that's
Northern
true.
Illinois. So, I would not be surprised if it was these teams.
Yeah, honestly.
I guess an ACC team. Actually, no, that's an ACC team. Big
Yeah.
12, USC. I mean, Utah's probably going to get in there then. But we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens.
I don't know. I think with the rankings, I don't know. I think we covered most of it. Is there anything really else? Georgia at 1, at Texas at 2. Like to flip those back and forth, like whatever.
Those top three
Yeah.
we're gonna stay like that for the whole year.
Yeah. Don't Georgia and Texas play sometime this year?
Yes.
Let's see when that is. I need to free up my calendar.
It might be the 12th, right? No, the 19th.
Oh, it's the 19th.
Yeah. That's one of the two. That's one of the.
Oh, and they play
that's-
Oklahoma. They play Oklahoma the week before. That's rough.
There's another good game. I think Ohio State plays Oregon that week too.
No,
Well,
that's
I heard
the
like
12th
October. I heard
is-
like October 12th is like the day to like
Yeah.
cancel all plans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing with the new playoff format. If say Texas loses to Georgia in the old format, they'd be out. Like they would not make the playoffs in the old format, even if they lost to Georgia. Like that's one of the really nice things about this new format, or at least they would
I
likely
agree.
not. I think
Honestly-
Texas is like
Honestly,
top
even if
three
they
teams.
lost to Oklahoma and Georgia, they'd be in.
Yeah, like this, yeah.
There's not a team on the rest of the schedule that looks remotely decent.
Texas, they also don't have that tough of not as tough as I thought it would be. I mean, these are two tough games. I mean, just like the
I don't
regular
know. And
rivalry.
then you play Vanderbilt at Vandy.
I mean, who knows? Who
I'm
knows?
just saying.
The DJ Lagway. Or,
I
not DJ,
I don't
the
know. I
Lagway
don't know.
Florida Gators.
Yeah. I think, dude, and the tough thing is that like Florida looks like that, and like their like last like 5 games are like Georgia, Texas.
It's,
Like I
it's
forget what it
gonna
was,
be
but
bad.
it was tons of like ranked SEC teams. Like they're going 0-5. Oh yeah, and that's Florida State, so maybe they'll win that.
That's gonna be like the toilet bowl at the end of the year.
Yeah, and that's gonna be. We'll stay for the NFL, but that'll be like the Giants and the Panthers playing in Germany.
Oh my
I can't wait.
god!
I can't.
Yeah.
Can we live stream that game, David? Can you and I live stream that game and do like commentary?
Please, that would be great.
I mean, that might be like our only win, maybe. I'd be down. I might go. No, I'm just kidding. But y'all want to transition though to games next week happening?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. Matt, what's a game that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you wanna call out?
I'll be biased. We're starting with LSU, South Carolina. Like, let's start with it. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
I think it is. I think it's probably, at least out of the games I've seen, like a top 2 game this
There
week.
it is.
I think.
I agree with that.
So I think I'll start.
Those are the
First,
ranked
my
games.
first point, I was looking through some stats and I saw something that blew my mind. Garrett Nussmeier, that's how we say his name, has not been sacked once this season.
Yeah.
Not a singular time. And I'm like, if South Carolina wants to have a chance in this game, they need to make that man run and move and cannot let him be comfortable. And I think
I was gonna say we've had 2 defensive players, SEC defensive players of the week, and Dylan Stewart. Obviously, we've seen he's a beast, but LSU they probably have a top 5 offensive line in the league with Will Campbell at tackle. So he's probably gonna be on Dylan Stewart. But if Dylan Stewart, if he like if he like looks good in this game, I think he is. Like he's gonna be a top draft pick in 2 years.
Yeah. Like I don't know. He needs to eat. And I also think this is going to be the first pass rush that LSU faces. Like who'd they play a couple weeks ago?
USC.
They played USC.
who like I don't know. USC's had a good defense, but I don't think they have our pass South Carolina's defensive line. So I think it's just gonna be a really interesting dynamic there. Just to see can South Carolina actually put some pressure on Garrett Nussmeier and make him like feel it, because he has not had to at all this season.
Who's our other defensive lineman? That was the Georgia Tech transfer.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on his name.
I forgot it starts with a K, I think. Can you?
I'm trying.
I don't know, but he won defensive as well as Nick
Kennard.
Imanawari. Kennard.
Kyle Kennard.
Yeah. Like, dude, the two of them. Nick Imanawari last week got an interception.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, defense is looking strong. If the offense can keep pace,
yeah,
I'm not getting my hopes up, because that nothing good ever happens when that happens. But I'm excited for this weekend. I think it's gonna be good. Who are y'all picking?
I got one more point first to make.
Oh yeah.
I got one more point. So we talked about like our defensive line to get them. Another thing I thought was really interesting. LSU has only had 2 sacks this season, so they don't get any. Like they get almost no pressure.
Yeah, but our line is.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's going to be the very stoppable force meets the extremely movable wall. Like it's like
extremely movable wall. Great.
Like we're going to see what happens here, and so I don't know. I think that's just another really interesting dynamic, because Lawrence Sellers has been sacked, I think 8 times. Yeah, 8 times this season, but they only have 2 sacks, and then it's the exact opposite. Garrison Nussmeier has been sacked 0 times, but we have 10 sacks on the season. So I think just like the opposite dynamics there is really interesting.
Oh, I like that. That's a good deep dive. With that all being said, Matt, who are you picking?
Oh man, I got flamed for by a lot of people for not picking South Carolina. And like,
understandable.
I'll say what I want to pick LSU.
There's no way
jinx.
in LSU.
I want to pick LSU to be the jinx. I want to be the anti-jinx that gives South Carolina the win. That's what I want to do. But I'm picking South Carolina, baby. Like we're going South Carolina. I don't have faith, but I'm gonna do it because I don't know what I have. I've got.
I have faith. I'm picking South Carolina again. We got this in the bag.
No, we do not. But I'm picking them anyways.
Yeah, we do.
Sean's picking LSU. I can already see.
No, I'm going South Carolina until they lose.
Oh, no
you
bias.
Didn't do that last week.
Well, yeah. Well, I learned my lesson.
We're gonna be at home. That stadium is gonna be ridiculous to play in.
Yeah,
it is going to be full.
Yeah, until everyone leaves in the fourth quarter.
Are you going to the game?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
yeah, he's got free tickets.
Why are we like getting college game day like the year after we graduate? Like,
dude, I know.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I'm going. I'll be there at college game day, but I'll be watching the game on the TV. So.
I'm just hyped. Like I'm so hyped.
Nah, that's gonna be hype. That's gonna be great. I'm excited for you. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page though. I respect y'all for finally picking our school.
Yeah, I picked him against ODU.
Okay. Anyways, Sean, what's your game of the week this week?
I'm going up top. Arizona, Kansas State.
Arizona, Kansas State. Okay.
Arizona was and still is my pick to win the Big 12, but if they want to win it, they have to go to Kansas State and win.
Handle business.
And they did not look good last week. Neither did Kansas State. So, I think it's gonna. I don't know. The spread looks like 7.5 for Kansas State. It's kind of crazy. I also think it's gonna be a shootout because I don't think both of their defenses are good.
I mean, I feel like we know Arizona doesn't, but they played Northern Arizona last week, so I will say but they only allowed 10 points. But like I said, they only played Northern Arizona.
But they only scored 22,
which is so interesting. Like, I mean, you would think that they would go crazy on offense, considering who they play week 1 that they got an insane amount of points. Was it another small school?
I can't.
Yeah, it was New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know. They'll need. Yeah, I think you're right though. They're going to need another top game to probably beat Kansas State. But I mean, I haven't heard much from Kansas State either on their they're in. Honestly, I couldn't tell you who their quarterback is, but
He's
Uh,
a redshirt freshman. He's more of like a dual threat, but I don't know. They're both young quarterbacks.
Avery
I
Johnson.
feel like it will be who
Hmm.
makes the least amount of mistakes wins the game.
Yeah, I'm Sean. I'm kind of. I think Sean, you're the one who said this. I'm kind of surprised at what the spread is on this game because both these teams had a shaky last week. Like I really don't know. Like that was Tulane. It was Tulane last week. Yeah, like
mhm.
they ma- like Kansas State made it a game against Tulane. Like I just don't know how I feel about that.
Also kind of like with what y'all were saying earlier, like the rankings, like once it's like 13 back to 25, like I feel like all those teams in my head are like in the same kind of skill range. Like this game, I feel like it could really go either way. Like you said, like the spread being that significant is interesting to me.
What does Vegas
like
know? We don't know. That's what I like. That's what I want to know. Vegas knows
uh,
something about this game. They're trying to get people to bet on Arizona with the spread. They know something about this game, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe I meant McMillan only had 2 catches for like 20-something yards. Maybe
It,
he's
it wasn't
injured.
even. It wasn't. It actually wasn't even that. I'll go back and look at it now. I think pretty sure it was worse than that.
Mm.
He
I mean, the
had.
fact he's 12 receptions in the season.
Wait, where is he? Oh wait.
Yeah, but he had 290
Yeah, that's
something.
crazy.
Actually, no, he had 300, right? I thought he like broke 300.
Wait, give me a sec. Yeah, he broke 300. So
Was
he.
it 304?
Yeah, that he had 2 receptions for 11 yards.
That's
Dang,
Like
that's
I don't.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
happened.
didn't watch that game because like that would have been a snooze fest with Arizona State, but with Northern Arizona. But I'm really interested to see like if they just like didn't like how many targets did he get?
Oh man, let me see if I can find that.
I don't even know if it
Um,
shows targets, does it, in college?
I
Your
at least not
NFL
on.
does.
I'm on ESPN. It does not have it right now. I can go. I
Okay.
can look see if I can find it.
While he's doing that, what's your game? Actually, wait, do we want to do predictions?
Oh yeah,
I
I think.
imagine this is
I mean,
one
this
of
is one of
our.
the games that we're going to be predicting this week.
Yeah.
So I think.
Let's do
I-
it. Let's do it.
I don't know. I'm trusting Vegas on this one. I got Kansas State.
Wow.
Interesting. I'm choosing Arizona. Honestly, I don't know too much about either one of these teams, but I know more about Arizona. If their offense plays like they did in week 1, if their defense doesn't play like that, but if their offense does, I think they'll win this game. Sean, you mentioned Avery Jones, redshirt freshman. I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona. Like I said, until they lose, I'm a supporter.
Bandwagon.
What?
I'm
All
scared.
right.
I'm
How am I
scared
a
of this pick.
bandwagon of Arizona? What?
I'm playing. Um,
What you got for a game, David?
once I got Oregon State.
Oh,
Honestly, I feel like this could be an upset.
it could
Oregon
be.
has Oregon. They haven't looked like a top 10 team in their last 2 games. They've really been struggling. It's crazy. I literally picked them to win the championship, and I picked Dylan Gabriel as my Heisman. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Looking really good
Uh,
so far.
Yeah, what can I say? So honestly, like I can see this being an upset. Do I think it's gonna be an upset? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think it has potential to be if Oregon continues to be mid
I
in
will
short
say,
games, especially in a rivalry game like this.
I don't know if it will be an upset, but they'll definitely cover the spread.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pound that.
16.5
Oh, 100%.
spread is.
Easy money.
Like that's
They didn't even beat Idaho by that.
yeah. Like he's yeah. I
I
might
know.
actually after this I might go make a little parlay and
Dude, there you go.
pound some
Oh,
money
I
on
hit one of
it.
those bad boys this weekend.
You hit
Oh,
one.
you did? How'd you
Yeah,
do?
I got $20.
Let's
Hey,
go.
there you go. Shout
God
out.
bless America. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game's again, it's a tale of Oregon looking not good and eking out wins. And like I don't know, like Boise State's a good team. Like we all agree that Boise State is good, but I think overall, like Oregon just they need to come out and dominate this game if they want to like maintain it, like their reputation as being a top team. Like, which I don't think they have that reputation right now, anyways. So,
I agree with that. I agree.
any other comments on this game?
I don't know. Who are we picking? I imagine we're all picking this.
I'm gonna pick Oregon.
I'll
I don't
pick
like it.
Oregon. I don't like it either.
David gonna pick Oregon State. You're going
Nah,
against your team.
dude, I can't do that. So I'm picking Oregon.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So are we in it? No, we're not in agreement on all the games. Because you guys both have
yeah,
Arizona.
we need one though. I don't know if there's one. What's another game though? What's the other games that we're doing?
Boston
this week?
College, Missouri.
I think
I
we're all
don't
gonna
know.
pick the
There's
same for
not.
that one too.
I think we're gonna have to go like. Let's look at the games that aren't ranked.
Oh wait, you guys don't want to talk about Boston College, Missouri? I don't know. I think.
Oh no.
Missouri's-
I think we should talk about it. 'Cause
I
that's
just
another- that's
don't think Boston College.
I think we're all gonna.
Yeah, I
pick
think
Missouri.
we'll all pick
Yeah,
Missouri
yeah,
is the
that's
issue.
true.
Missouri hasn't let up a point yet. Brady
Yeah.
Cook looks pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, but like I said, they're playing nobodies, so who knows? Memorial State also in Columbia, but Missouri.
Whoa.
I really don't have much to say about this game. Honestly, I'm hoping for. I mean, not really hoping, but I'm interested to see if Luther Burden, can somewhat bounce back after his down game.
Yep.
I think this is definitely Missouri's best matchup so far.
Oh,
Best team
easy.
they've faced. So they're gonna have to use it. Yeah.
Put your
Oh
phone
my god,
down.
say about that.
Your
What?
mic.
Your mic is really bad right now.
Dang it. Okay. All right. What do y'all got to say anything? Is it better?
No, it's better
It's
now.
good
And
now.
Okay, bad.
honestly, that's pretty much all I'm with this game. I think Missouri's going to win like pretty easily, but also I think I want to see Luther Burden have a bounce back game because he is that number one. He wasn't last week, but he's supposed to be that number one guy who absolutely will just like go and take over a game. So I want to see that bounce back this week against Boston College.
Let's go. I'm picking Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri. Yeah,
I think we're all picking Missouri.
You got Boston
What?
College, Sean?
I can't do that.
One
game.
Sean, what's the unranked game you got?
Well, the SEC, we have Texas A&M and Florida.
yes.
The only issue is I believe we're all going to pick the same team.
Florida.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I think it's
really?
an interesting game to talk about, though.
Are you
I think
picking Texas A&M?
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Let's go talk about that game.
I'm gonna pick A&M.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that's interesting, I think Texas A&M looks even worse now that Notre Dame has lost to NIU. Like,
That's actually a good point.
I think they just look terrible from the get-go.
like
Look,
agree, but
I'm gonna be a little different, and I'm picking Texas A&M. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not. But you know what? I'm here for an upset. I gotta choose one upset.
according to you all, I picked the upset in Kansas State over Arizona. I don't know what's going on with that.
I mean, yeah. If anything, Sean, I picked the upset.
Not if you
Technically.
two picked it.
On paper, yeah.
Yeah.
I
We're going by
think I went
rank.
all chalk on my pick. Oh wait, no, I picked South Carolina. Okay, I didn't go all chalk. We're chilling.
Okay, good. Actually, wait, I picked three. Yeah, I picked three upsets then. Oh well. We'll see what happens.
Sweet.
One of these are bound to hit. I think
And
it's
I
gonna,
guess-
honestly, yeah, I think I'm going undefeated this week.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, buddy, me.
Yeah, Kansas State's coming through.
all
for
right.
me.
I got one last Heisman watch guy. Cannon Woodall.
Who?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, actually, I don't.
It's the starting quarterback for Northern Illinois.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing. But respect to him. He took down Riley Leonard,
Yeah, I mean,
a legend.
Riley
Not
Leonard
really,
is by
but-
himself on that team. I swear, he is a one-man army.
Honestly, dude, I'm really interested because I mean, let's think. 2 years ago, Notre Dame lost to Marshall. They're always getting upset like every year. I don't know if they're gonna fire Marcus Freeman, but like they got to start thinking about doing something, doing some type of change.
Yeah.
Because they're for them being independent and like not playing a tough schedule, they disappoint every single year.
Mhm.
Anyways, any other points y'all boys want to make? Actually, we're at 45 minutes. Do y'all want to do a trivia, college trivia.
College trivia. Oh man, I mean,
Is there a college weddle? I don't know. This is off the dome.
we're so
Sean,
screwed.
Sean, you have anything else you want to bring up for this week coming up?
Not really. The games don't look that appealing. To be honest.
Game day is going to be hype. South Carolina game will hopefully be hype.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to go home and sleep the rest of the day.
I'll say this is a good week to like go to a game because like there's nothing
Yeah.
else to
Mhm.
watch.
Yep.
Hopefully, I don't know what's happening week 4. We'll talk about that next episode, so tune in. But yeah, that's really all I got. Also, there's no college weddle, so
I feel like the closest thing would be the draftable, just because
could do-
technically, like,
would you want to do that or just
It's hard.
I think we can just end it.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
like 45.
All right. Well, like always, thank y'all for joining and keep standing on sports. Peace.